Alright, guys and girls, what is up? It is your boy Justin Omoe. If I do get up on my seat again, I'm sorry, but I'm expecting a couple packages maybe. It is Florida, that's where I live, 90 plus degrees. Don't know why I have this jacket on, but yeah. Today I saw something interesting. DJ Payne, I'm a producer, but I'm not willfully stupid. You dudes are making producers with the brain look bad. I mean, everyone got a brain, honestly. If you truly think there's no difference between 140 and 70 when converting a 140 project tempo to 70 clearly changes the beat, you're ignorant as fuck, and please block me. Hold on, let's talk about this 140 and 70 BPM. Here's Cody, but there's a difference between 48 and 96, right? 48 times 2 is 96. It's the same if you change it into something different. So obviously there's a dispute about different tempos, especially talking about the ones that have, what's the word, common denominators, like 140 and 70 could be divided by 2. Let's go ahead and talk about this and see what the hell is going on, because honestly, hold on, it's just showing my titty. Honestly, it's, you know, something interesting to talk about. Here's Cody's drum kit. I think I talked about in the last video, the snares suck ass. Let's go ahead and create a project in 140 and see what happens. Sure. 1, and then this, and let's go to hi-hats. There, bam, boom. I'm a producer. I'm a producer, guys. Subscribe, buy my beats, I'm a producer. Claps, because every generic thing got a clap. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. All right, what better to do than adding a friggin' Nexus with the gross beat? All right, dance lead, jump chord, right here, piano roll. Fucking, I'm not even worried about it. Okay, it sucks. I know, that really sucked. You know what sounds better than just a gross beat? A gross beat and a gross beat. Looks like we got something, alright? Alright, so if you haven't noticed, we've been working in 140 right here. Let's see what happens. Let me put it I wish you could double click and type in a value. Fucking with tomatoes. Obviously, there's a difference when we went from 140 to 70. However, that's not always the case, all right? So what if we're in 140? And let's say we put it in half time, half speed. But it's 140 right there. Yeah, that's true. So obviously, there's a difference when we hear it. But how about we do this instead? Right click, what is it, OS, and we just did something called consolidation, aka we consolidated the track, aka it's consolidated. So let's hit play. Oh fuck, I forgot about the effect. Do y'all hear the lawnmowers outside? That shows how much I care about quiet and peace now. Alright, 140. Let's hear the shit at half speed. Now there's a difference between what we heard just now and what we heard now once we export the file. It's a different sound. It literally slowed the whole thing down. But does that necessarily mean that 140 is not 70? I know what you're thinking. We just did it like that with half speed. Let's see how it sounds with 70. Notice the shrinkage right there. That's not a problem, don't worry. Let's hit play. We just changed it. lo and behold, we just changed this loop to 70 BPM, the global shit, and it sounds the same. What's going on, guys and girls? Well, see, the thing is, it's doing what it has to do to make it fit within the global BPM inside of FL Studio, aka 70. Even though it's playing at 140, it sounds, you know, it is what it is on 70. If I put on a BPM, hear it. And hold on, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 but as you see, we had it on right there. We also had it here, and it sounds the same. So what's the whole deal with this video anyway? So the whole point of this video is to subscribe, hit thumbs up, and like it. And I know some of y'all are probably thinking in your head right now, but this shit's, you know, default 140. Let's go. The mode, let's put it to stretch, and then let's go down to 70. Why is 70 not on the map? Tell image line to put 70 on the map. We got one extra space. What's going on here? Come on, man. The reason why that happened is because we stretched it. We physically changed the sound because we changed it to 70, aka we went down by divided 2. So now that we went through experimenting this shit 140 and 70 BPM, we could conclude that it's basically half the speed, double the speed, as well as it stays the same depending on how you adjust the BPM or the sound audio track itself. You could use shit that's 70 BPM in a 140 BPM project, and it'll still sound 70 BPM. You saw it. You witnessed it with me.
In fairness, is a midget.
What the fuck are you doing? The man had the dictionary right next to him. Having the effect of making something bad less severe, serious, painful. Yeah, he's extrapolating his definition and terminology and all that. I don't hate this guy. I don't know this guy. I'm going to give you all the conclusion. 70 BPM and 40 BPM, although they are different numbers, they could still intertwine and work together. A lot of people that do produce trap music makes things in 70 BPM, and it's basically, you know, squished in. They double the piano roll in the shit. Like let me show you what I mean real quick. So if you play in 70 BPM, go back here. Hold on. So let's say, for example, the hi-hats. We're in 70 BPM, mind you not. Let's go ahead and go into 1/2 of the step, which is possible. And I don't know, let's literally just paste in these shits right here. You hear this thing is in a 140 BPM type of shebang, right? Hold on, I forgot one more. Of course, Grossbeat is not gonna know the right thing. Sounds good just like this anyways. So let's do this and this and this and this and this, and I think this is how it's gonna sound, right? Hold on. Now, obviously, if we didn't have the Grossbeat on, which I'll go ahead and disable, we could technically put this and do this right here and double it by 2. Hold on. But you hear how fast-paced this shit is? Hold on. You hear how fast-paced this shit is right here? That's because, you know, we basically doubled our input, our MIDI, in the 70 BPM. So it's double. It sounds like it's 140. Matter of fact, let me see if we could, you know, trick the system or something. Let's go ahead and let's do a little bit more here. It's OS, and let's go ahead and click start. Hold on, let me turn that off. So notice we're in 70 BPM. I made a 70 BPM thing right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and chop this off right here. What is the computer gonna tell me if I put detect the tempo? And no, we're not going to the embedded. Oh, it doesn't even have embedded. But let's say let's scan around the 75 to 150 range. What is it gonna give us? 139.96. Let's round up. 140 BPM. You see, it's like two in the same thing. I know it would sound different if you changed the stretch to fit to the BPM or synchronize to a loop or something like that. That's just the way it is. If you have to, stretch it out to that, either you play it twice as fast or you divide it by 2 to fit, 140 to 70 or 70 to 140. And yeah, that's practically it right there. You saw it yourself. 140 and 70 is obviously two different numbers. It could be implemented in between with each other. And my final thing I want to say is, hold on, let me think about this real quick. Who fucking cares?